G'day superstars, and welcome back to the Galactic Federation. We hope this transmission finds you well. We have a whole heap of news to get through in this very short, brief transmission, so without ado, we'll get onto it immediately. Let's have a bit of a look at what's happening around the world. Brought to you by the Environmental Defence Network. It's April 19, 2008, and this is Project Bluestar 2000 to 2012. It's 2012 countdown with 4 years, 8 months and 03 days to go. All music on this program is brought to you by MYLK. For further information, jump on to millicom.com. You're on board Earth One, Druid Ship, Galactic Federation. On this transmission, we have star civilizations. We're looking at the star civilization of the Greys at Zeta Reticulli and climate change warnings as per normal. Alrighty, superstars, let's head down to Earth Sanctuary World Nature Centre and kick into star civilizations, where we're looking at the Zetans from Zeta Reticulli.
Hey, g'day everybody, welcome back to Earth Sanctuary World Nature Centre. It's again a beautiful, beautiful Saturday, which means we get to look at star civilizations, and what better place to do that than here at Earth Sanctuary World Nature Centre, where we've conducted thousands of programs and shows for international guests, national guests and local guests here at the site here, because why wouldn't you? This wonderful, wonderful sky, can you see this behind me? It just cracks open at night, providing a wonderful, wonderful view of the southern hemisphere. And when you kick back and look at those wonderful stars and constellations and zodiacs, you can't help but think, what is going on up there in the beautiful, beautiful galaxy of ours? In the last couple of weeks, we've looked at some wonderful star civilizations, the big kahunas like the Sirians, also the Pleiadians, and the lyrical geniuses, the Arcturians. Today we're going to look at the Greys from Zeta Reticuli. Before going into the Greys though, however, we have to remind ourselves of the variety of personalities in amongst many different cultures that exist here on the planet Earth. And the reason I say that is because our history books and detailed information here on the planet Earth has a negative connotation towards the Greys due to the cattle mutilations and human experiments and abduction stories, which tend to go hand in hand when you mention the Greys. It's very, very important to remind yourself that, as I said before, there are many different personalities to all sorts of cultures around the planet. So you need to sort of take that reflection and put it into the galaxy as well. There are great entities and beautiful personalities throughout many different cultures, and the Greys are obviously no exception. I try and use the analogy here on Earth where we have scientists who abduct animals, bring them into laboratories and do some pretty weird experiments on them, of which we're against and many, many people are against right around the planet Earth. Are these scientists representative of our people? No, not really. I don't think so. So I think you need to take that kind of example and shed that with obviously the Greys from Zeta Reticuli. There are beautiful, beautiful entities right throughout the galaxy, and that's what the Galactic Federation of Light is all about. It's about bringing together great entities and loving entities from around the universe, bringing them to the table and moving forward in love and light. So keeping that in mind, let's jump into another investigation into galactic civilization, this time, as we call them, the Greys from Zeta Reticuli. The extra-dimensional entities from Zeta Reticuli are some of the most well-known and often seen space visitors to the planet Earth. Zeta Reticulis have large black eyes and greyish hairless bodies. There are 3 sizes: 1 foot tall, 3 to 4 foot tall, and 7 to 8 foot tall. The Zeta do not have physical bodies like humans, but they do have humanoid form. Their hands have 3 fingers, their nervous system is clearly visible through their skin. They have no hair or protruding features, such as nose or ears, and no reproductive system as we know it. They are very slender beings and have large almond-shaped eyes that have evolved in conditions of limited sunlight. As an original humanoid entity, the roots of the Zeta Reticuli began in the Lyra system, like that of the humans found on Earth. A planet known as the Apex planet was the original home to the ancient Zeta Reticuli. Like the planet Earth, the planet Apex became a melting pot for the genetics of the Lyran race. Therefore, society manifested a great deal of individuality and unpredictability. The spiritual growth, however, did not match their technological development, which finally led to a planetary cataclysm, which led the civilization to build underground shelters. It was during this underground period in their history that they began reproducing through cloning techniques, which is part of the work they continue in their abduction work on the human race. Part of the reason they are doing all their abductions of humans and animals is that the generations of cloning using the same genetic material has caused their evolutionary growth to become very inbred and stagnant. In truth, their race is actually dying. While evidence indicates that many of the Greys, or ancient humans, have been travelling to Earth for centuries, the Zetas have believed to have made secret treaties with the governments of the United States and other Earth governments. The basis to these treaties is yet unknown. However, a swap for technological intelligence with access to the human population is more than likely.
And welcome back. Magnificent. It's always fantastic to look at the wonderful cultures within our galaxy, and stay tuned every Saturday for more information on star civilizations around the beautiful, beautiful galaxy. Let's head into Federation news. There's some amazing stories occurring around the planet in relation to climate change, so let's have a bit of a squiz, shall we? Federation news is as follows. 5.4 earthquake in Illinois. A Category 2 typhoon near Guru is the earliest typhoon to threaten the region in decades and may well be the strongest. That's in southern China. In Washington, spring began among one of the coldest late March stretches in Seattle history. In Mexico, drought is threatening nearly a quarter of the cattle in Mexico. The global food crisis intensified on Tuesday as Kazakhstan, one of the world's biggest wheat exporters, halted foreign sales. Kazakhstan's ban, together with restrictions in Russia, Ukraine and Argentina, have closed a third of the global wheat market. Climate change is far worse than 2006 estimate. Lord Stern, the economist whose report on climate change helped galvanise world leaders behind the green energy movement when it was published 18 months ago, has admitted that the situation is far worse. We badly underestimated the degree of damages and the risks of climate change. All these stories and headlines can be found on millicom.com. Ocean salinity, evidence of climate change. A team of scientists has spent the past 4 weeks on the Aurora Australis, measuring ocean currents between Australia and Antarctica. The research shows there has been a drop in ocean salinity, suggesting ice around Antarctica is melting rapidly. The United Nations has issued a report warning that global climate change and other environmental destruction is rapidly pushing the planet's life support systems past the point of no return. They refer to the 4th Global Environmental Outlook report as the final wake-up call to the international community. And finally, the 88-year-old scientist and originator of the Gaia theory has reached a bleak prognosis. The world as we know it is ceasing to exist. The impact of humanity has set in train process that, according to Lovelock, are irreversible. Pollution, overpopulation and carbon emissions have already pushed the Earth's delicate regulatory systems beyond the point of no return. Okay folks, thanks again for watching. There's some pretty hard-hitting headlines there on millicom.com in relation to climate change and the warnings from not just the United Nations but the Stern report and obviously the superstar Mr. James Lovelock. But look, I tell you what, keep those hamstrings stretched, keep meditating, because there's one thing about the Galactic Federation is we don't give up for nothing, and we'd like to see the human population stay here on the planet Earth, and whatever we can do to remain, we'll be doing everything we possibly can. Tomorrow Tommy returns with a review of the week that has been for the Galactic Federation. Keep a smile on your face, and we look forward to your company tomorrow. Have fun, keep smiling.